Hey you, you're super. Hey YouTube, good evening. It's Merch Runner Ricky, and we're going to talk about the potential ending to Egghead Island as an arc in general. It seems like it's approaching us faster and faster with each chapter, and it's been stated by me and by a couple other YouTubers already that this chapter, or a series of chapters rather, has just been so all gas, no brakes in such a good way. I genuinely don't feel like we've had a wasted moment in Egghead Island. Like Morge said before, cutting down on the amount of characters we interact with has been phenomenal. Like, we definitely could have had some names of the citizens of Egghead Island that, you know, some YouTubers would have you think that they're gonna be important, but I'm not one of those. Also, I don't really plan on dishing out theories here because I'm not that kind of YouTuber. If you want a theory, I suggest go to Joyboy Theories or Arthur Library of O'Hara. Now, for what we're going to talk about here is the potential mess that Luffy may or may not have to clean up on Egghead. So, what we have going on at the end of 1069 is Awaken Rob Lucci stabbing Sentomaru through the chest, and the Seraphim are now under his control seemingly. What we have the answer to that situation is that Vegapunk can just simply come down, you know, and tell them what to do. However, that puts him within arm's reach of who? CP0. We don't want that. So, will the Straw Hats have to fight the Seraphim? I genuinely hope so. I want to see big little Jinbei fight real Jinbei. I genuinely hope that we don't get Seraphim Boa simping for Luffy, because she is a child, right? So we don't need that. Furthermore, I personally don't think that she has the Mero Mero no Mi. Now, just because they were able to extract Boa's lineage factor does not mean they were able to take her devil fruit. Now, I'm not gonna be sad if she actually does have the Mero Mero no Mi, and maybe it like works like, oh my god, she's so charming, she's so cute, she's a little kid, I can't say no to her. But let's be real, that's freaking weird, right? So, I hope that she has a different devil fruit altogether. Mihawk, don't give him a devil fruit. I don't want him to have one. But if he does get one, that's fine, you know. I know that the thought of giving them devil fruits and the replication and cloning and the perfection of new devil fruits and old devil fruits and what Vegapunk's doing is awesome, but I just like Mihawk being Mihawk, and I hope that Seraphim Mihawk just gets his laser beams and his blade of doom or whatever, you know. So what I really want to focus on is the end of the chapter, right? If the Seraphim really are under control of CP9 or CP0, we really do have a good fight on our hands. I hope that the Straw Hats hold Vegapunk back. You stay in this room, Vegapunk. You stay here. You got that? We're going to go down there. We're going to handle business. Now, that's not to say that the Straw Hats will do good against the Seraphim, because I highly doubt it. I mean, Blackbeard almost got, you know, he had his hands full with the Mihawk Seraphim. Now, we don't know how their fight technically ended or not, because it was a little unclear back on Amazon Lily. You know, like, it just shows them clashing, and then it just shows him sucking up the ground like a panel later with no Seraphim in sight. Now, the issue of who controls them, obviously, I genuinely think it'll end with Vegapunk risking his life and controlling them and maybe getting killed. I hope he does not die, me personally. But what will happen after the dust is settled? Will CP0 tuck tail and run? Will they get beaten? Will the Straw Hats get beaten? You know, these are the questions that I would like to ask and have you guys ask down here so we can get a general discourse of what we think is going to happen. Because honestly, now it's the time to place your bets, because this is 1069, and I don't remember if we're getting a chapter before December 23rd or after. Regardless, if we do, awesome, we'll know sooner than later. But honestly, New Year's is right around the corner, and it's the perfect time to take a little break. Give that man Oda some time with his family. Anyways, what I really, really am excited for is the potential of the whole Straw Hats versus the current crop of CP0, their little agents, and the Seraphim. I want to see some Seraphim and Straw Hat action. Give it to me, Oda. Please. If not, awaken Kaku and give Stussy a devil fruit so we can have some type of, you know, awesome brawl on our hands. What you gave us in 1069 was awesome, but it was just a sip of the bottle. We didn't get the whole bottle of wine, but it's okay because a sip was enough to savor. What I want out of this arc as a whole, I don't need the question to Devil Fruit's answer just yet. What he gave us already was good enough. I just want to know, is this the last 2 chapters of Egghead Island? What do you guys think? Tell me down below. What I want to know, will the Straw Hats come out phased or unfazed? Will the actions of a Yonko and Luffy start something of a war? Because we are approaching the final war whether we know it or not. Oda definitely stated this before, that the final war will make Marineford look like child's play, right? Is this the beginnings of it? We already have what the narrator previously said at the end of Dressrosa, that the Grand Fleet would start a conflict, a really big conflict, right? I forgot his exact words, but he did say that. So, what did we get? We get Bartolomeo burning down a flag. What did we get? Sai messing with the princess of another kingdom, but bringing Baby 5 home and dumping that princess. That's gonna cause an issue. Orlumbus leaving his community, gonna cause an issue. Leo getting permission from Mulesguard to fight other celestial dragons. If we don't get clarity on that, I will be very upset, because Mulesguard made a point to say, yes, beat up the other celestial dragons if they cause trouble. I really think that should be a problem. That should be a plot point introduced now. We have a lot of people connected to Luffy suffering. Kobe, Vivi, Law, and... oh, I'm losing it. Kobe, Vivi, Law... help me out here. You know, people connected to Luffy are... oh, and Sabo. Sorry, Sabo. Yes, Lulusia Kingdom getting exploded and all that. What will start the final war? Will Chapter 1070 be the start of the final war? I genuinely hope so. I don't think it'll be like the final war is starting now type stuff, but I feel like we'll get everything we need for the build-up. Kizaru landing on Egghead. Will that happen next chapter? I genuinely think so. Will the Straw Hats stay on Egghead post Chapter 1070? Personally, I don't think so, unless the fight and the conflict with, you know, CP0, the Seraphim, and potentially Kizaru and Admiral coming to the island and, you know, shaking things up. Will they have to just leave post-haste? We know that the Sunny can pretty much outmatch any ship on sea as far as speed goes when you have enough for a Kudo burst, right? What if we get similar technology in the marine vessels now? That would be nice for a change, because the Sunny being able to just port fly out of there, it's not getting old, but I would like a naval battle again, you know? Or will he subvert us completely, and Chapter 1070 is the wrap-up between Law and Blackbeard? I've been saying that because I just want to know already. But, you know, neither here nor there, because what we have on our hands is some juicy stuff waiting to go down, where there's so many possibilities. Whatever we get will technically be a wrap-up, in a way. Now, Egghead Island has been one of the most informative, fast-paced, and cool arcs ever introduced in the show. I genuinely hope we get a bunch of mini arcs for the end of the series, where we go to as many different places as possible while still retaining that sense of adventure, mystery, and intrigue. Did I say mystery? Whoops. I think where Oda is headed, or taking us, and where we are headed is going to be somewhere fantastic. Whether or not it's Elbaf, whether or not it's that marine base close by, whether or not it's Hachinosu, or straight up Mary Joie, which I highly doubt it's that. I really hope that we get at least one more unnamed island in it, just for like a 2-chapter break or something. Or, you know, I guess we did have the unnamed island, or, you know, where Law and Blackbeard fights. I guess that checks that box, so let me shut up about that. Basically, what I wanted to make this video for is just, you know, will we get the Seraphim versus the Straw Hats for an entire chapter next chapter? I hope so. I genuinely hope so. Will we get the entirety of the CP0's power scaling revealed? Which, you know, power scaling is probably the wrong word, but just a reveal of what they can do as a unit. Will more CP0 agents show up? You know, they got the floor wiped with them in Wano, so we'll see. But, you know, what we need, you know, some more questions we have to be answered. What kind of power does Stussy pack? Does she have a devil fruit, or is she just really strong? Is Kaku awakened? Or is he just, you know, little bit better than before? Armament hockey observation, what have you. We already know what Lucci's capable of right now, and it seems like speed is his forte, to the point where it might actually be a problem for Luffy. Not taking any away from Kaido. You guys know anything away from Kaido. You guys know I don't really like Kaido on this channel. Great character design, sure. Awesome fighting, awesome devil fruit, but all in all, kind of a wasted character. I don't care if that offends you. I genuinely think that he was stupid. He was a drunk and he didn't really accomplish much. Just because he got beat by Luffy does not make Lucci on his level, you know? Because remember, Luffy got beat by Kaido just 3 times alone in Wano, on the rooftop of all places, and then he beat Kaido. And it is an extreme and then. With Lucci and Luffy, so far only 1 hit has been landed between them, and it's in the favor of Luffy, right? If it was a boxing match, it would have just been a bunch of like whiffs for Lucci and 1 hit for Luffy. But what we have now is a more impressive, intense situation. And what I would like to happen personally is Luffy and Lucci to square off away from everybody else while the Straw Hats subvert the Seraphim and fight CP0. Vegapunk definitely is the key to stopping the situation, but will that last? Just think about that stuff. And if you're having a good holiday, I hope so. Like I said, I always appreciate the viewers, the subscribers, the likers, the commenters, some people who do it all. You guys really make this channel keep going. I appreciate it. And the next video I got for you is the devil fruit, so be looking out for that. It should either drop after this video or tomorrow. So have a good one, everyone. Oh, one more thing. Will Egghead get Buster called? That's a really good question to ask, because it's very likely that it might. Just think about it. Just because they can vaporize kingdoms doesn't mean they want to be whooping that out at all times. And, you know, maybe there's a charging, cooldown, what have you for that. So, will they get Buster called? We'll find out. And as always, like and subscribe to be part of the merch hunting tribe. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. And for now, I have another video for you. Thank you so much.